Hey guys, how's it going? Stankoni and welcome back to the Overwatch Contenders Roundup. So, we've had our last week of the regular season. Next week we go into the playoffs and it really does get interesting if I can actually talk properly. Damn, I always have that problem. Anyway, the EU results. A lot of these teams were already sealed in terms of their playoff spot. It just determined where they finished. Some still had something to play for. August and Hungary, going into this, already qualified for the playoffs, taking on the Angry Titans. Angry Titans needing a win, I believe. Or maybe they already qualified, I don't quite remember. August and Hungary on a run of good form, having overcome the British Hurricane 2 weeks previous. Angry Titans beat August 3-0. That's a surprising scoreline in my opinion. I think August and Hungary are better than the Angry Titans overall. They've been getting better results. But it's a lot closer than it used to be in Contenders. So, yes. Angry Titans are through. August are through. Moving on to Giganti versus Singularity. Giganti needed to win this to guarantee their place. That they do. 3-0 to Giganti. We will see the holders in the playoffs once more. No surprises there. British Hurricane taking on that to Disband. Disband were already out of it. Hurricane were already through. But they 4-0 that to Disband. And with August and Hungary losing their match, Hurricane win the group. And we'll go through as top seed. Moving on to the other group, Mosaic Esports taking on the Eagle Gaming. Eagle Gaming 4-0 this. Eagle have not lost a match, it's a bit crazy. Mosaic were already out, so there's no surprises there. Bazooka Puppies taking on the Young and Beautiful. This was controversial. This decided the last playoff place, right? This match. And Bazooka Puppies and the Young and Beautiful, it was an interesting map. But I believe the Young and Beautiful had a DC. No, the Bazooka Puppies had DC. I think. Damn, it's confusing. But I think the Bazooka Puppies had a disconnect on their Tracer player. Yeah, Daniel. And he lost EMP on Junkertown. And yeah, let's say that didn't help. Young and Beautiful win this 3-1 and seal a playoff place. CIS Hope and the Copenhagen Flames was a dead rubber game. They both qualified, but CIS Hope beat Copenhagen. That can't be right. They can't have both qualified. Let's move on to the table, shall we? Now, today, for this one, I'm using the Liquipedia tables because the tables on the Contenders website weren't updated. British Hurricane finished top of their group with a 4-1 record. Angry Titans second with a 3-2 record, along with August and Hungary and Giganti on the same record, but a lesser differential. Singularity, and that's a disband, do not make it through. Eagle Gaming finished on top of Group B. CIS Hope in second. Copenhagen third. Young and Beautiful squeezing in there in the fourth place. Bazooka Puppies, very, very close but don't make it. And Mosaic Esports, let's say weren't close, but they don't make it. It wasn't really that close, was it? We will move on to the playoff fixtures a little bit later on. Let's move on to NA. NA, we have the Gladiators Legion taking on the Grizzlies. 3-1 for the Gladiators, no surprises there. XL2 Academy taking on last night's leftovers. Again, no surprises at the XL2 Academy 4-0 this one. This is a bit of an interesting fixture coming up. Mayhem Academy taking on the Toronto Esports. Toronto Esports are looking fairly strong at the moment, and they keep this going with a 4-0 over the Mayhem. Optic Academy taking on Simplicity. No surprises that Optic win this one and Simplicity are dumped out. Envision taking on the Fusion, probably the best game of the week, although it was a dead rubber because both had already qualified. But Fusion win it 3-2 in a very, very close game. NRG taking on the bye week. NRG need this to seal their place, but Simplicity had already lost, so it was highly unlikely that NRG was going to fall out of the playoff spots. Bye week, still without a win, without a map win, until then, where it's 3-2 to NRG, but bye week at least does get on the board in terms of maps. Now, moving on to the groups, Toronto Esports, which is the I don't want to say Smurf, but the academy team of Boston finished top of Group A in a set on the same record as the Gladiators, but with a better differential. XL2 finished third, and Mayhem finished fourth, completing an all-round academy playoff spots in Group A, with Grizzlies and Naslight's leftovers not making it. In Group B, you have Fusion on top with a 5-0 record, looking very, very good. Envision second. Optic Academy, the Academy of Houston Outlaws, third, and NRG Esports, the Academy of San Francisco, I believe, fourth. Simplicity do not make it. Bye week never looked like making it, but at least they did get some maps on the board against NRG. Now, that is the end of the regular season. Those results stand. Those results are sealed in. Playoffs have now been announced. And the British Hurricane thing is kind of important, same with Toronto Fusion. Seeding is important because it technically means you're going to get an easier draw coming into the playoffs. Now, Contenders Europe playoffs. They will take place, or start, on Sunday the 22nd of April at 4 PM Central European Summertime, 3 PM British Summertime. The first game will be British Hurricane taking on the Young and Beautiful. Young and Beautiful being the last seed in the Group B, I believe, and British Hurricane being the top seed in Group A. This will take place at that time. Straight after that, you will have CIS Hope taking on August and Hungary. I believe that's third versus second? Third versus third, Group A versus second Group B? I'm not quite sure. Then the next two, Monday 23rd of April, 6 PM Central European Summertime, 5 PM British Summertime. Eagle Gaming, top of Group B, taking on Team Giganti, fourth in Group A, which should be quite an interesting fixture actually. It's not going to be easy for Giganti if they want to retain a crown. And Angry Titans taking on the Copenhagen Flames straight after that match. These are 10 odd days away, so they're not going to be anytime soon, but they're going to be some very, very good matches. You want your filler playoffs sooner? Contenders North America. Yes. Sunday the 15th of April, which is tomorrow. 6 PM PDT. 2 AM on the 16th, if you're in British Summertime. 3 AM in Central European Summertime. God, this is confusing. Toronto Esports will take on NRG. Boston Academy versus San Francisco Academy. I would expect Toronto to win this, but it's going to be close, I reckon. I reckon a lot of these fixtures will be close. Envision taking on XL2. This will be straight afterwards, and it will be very close. I think Envision might just pip it, but it will be very, very close. Very close. It's almost too hard to call. The next set of fixtures is Tuesday the 17th of April, 4 PM PDT. But if you're in BST, it'll be midnight on the 18th. In Central European Summertime, it will be 1 AM on the 18th. Fusion University taking on the Mayhem Academy. This I would expect a Fusion win for, but again, I think all these fixtures are going to be real close. There's no out and out like, you're going to storm it in these fixtures, because they're all very, very good teams, and Contenders has been much closer than usual this year. Gladiators Legion will take on the Optic Academy straight after this. That is just too hard to call. I really can't say it. I kind of... Gladiators, I guess. I mean, that's a really tough one to call. That's a really tough one to call. So that will be the playoffs. The issue I'm going to have is, I think, by next Roundup, the European playoffs will not have taken place, whereas the North American playoffs will have. So, I will have the semi-final playoffs of North America in the next video, along with perhaps some other regions which I haven't done yet, like Korea, China, Pacific, South America, Australia. Places like that which I haven't actually covered yet, because Europe will not have had their quarterfinals yet. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, get a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next video. See you then.